Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another top 10 video for you guys, and this one is the special one I've been waiting to do for a little while here. I'm going to now rank my top 10 favorite characters from the entire series of The Walking Dead. Alright guys, this is going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing our top 10 list for my favorite characters of The Walking Dead series up till Season 1, all the way till Season 11. So, obviously this is not the last time we'll be doing this video. We will be updating this list once we get to see the end of the main series. We'll do kind of, a overall looking back, who ended up being my favorites in the end. But, at least for now, and going into the final episodes of The Walking Dead in the fall, where do I stand on it? What are my favorite characters? All that type of stuff. We're going to delve into this. And before I get into this list, I will say that obviously this is my favorite characters. It's not the best. And, a lot of people get confused on the difference between best and, favorite, obviously, because those are really two different things. What are objectively the best, and then what are your favorites, that type of thing. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that if we were going by best characters, this list would be changed quite a bit. There'd be a lot that would be changed in this list, and there'd be a lot that'd be different, right? So these are not exactly the best characters of The Walking Dead. They're just my personal favorites, characters that I've enjoyed the most throughout the series. So yeah, now before we get into that, let's get into some honorable mentions. So starting off, we've got Eugene Porter, really awesome character. I think Josh McDermott does a phenomenal job, and I love the kind of progression of the character from Season 4 to Season 11. It has been absolutely stellar, and even though I'm not a big fan of his plot in 11B, I still really enjoy the character and how far he's come. He's one of my favorite characters when he's on screen. We also have Beta. Beta is another one that I absolutely will put on this list. I love the portrayal by Ryan Hurst. I love just how scary he is. He's one of the most intimidating threats The Walking Dead has ever had. And for that, I think he deserves a spot on the list. Also because his backstory is so interesting. I really want to see a Tales episode on him. Another one is Hershel. Absolutely love the Hershel character. Obviously, rest in peace to Scott Wilson. I love the portrayal of Hershel. Some of his dialogue and his lines, I almost look at him as kind of like a father figure to Rick at times, and I love the character, especially in Season 4 when he helped everybody, when he went in there and just, saved everybody's life, and, he really brought Rick back to life a little bit. And I found that when Hershel died, that's when Rick started to go kind of crazy, So Hershel kind of kept everybody in check, and he was kind of the father figure to not only Rick, but the group in general. And I thought he was a fantastic character. Another one is the Governor, the man that killed Hershel. The Governor was, in my opinion, the best threat The Walking Dead has ever had. I think that the Governor was just so complex. He was such an awesome villain, such an upgrade from the comics, and I really liked him. And the final honorable mention is his right-hand man, Merle. So Merle is, even to this day, it actually really saddens me because he almost made the cut on the list. But I have to be fair, he's only been in, 3 seasons. Obviously, in the second season, he was barely in. He was only like a hallucination. But what Michael Rooker brought to the role, also Michael Rooker as an actor is just amazing. But I just love the character of Merle. I love the character. I thought he was freaking hilarious. Some of the best comedy lines still come from him to this day. So, I don't know. Oh man, why don't you just piss in my ear and tell me it's raining? That's the sound of two people doing love, sweet love, know what I mean? So he is a fantastic character. I love Merle. He's amazing. He's hilarious. And Michael Rooker did a phenomenal job. Now, enough with the stalling. Let's get into the actual top 10 list now. Number 10 is going to go to Rosita. So yes, Rosita has made the cut into the top 10 list. I absolutely love the Rosita character. I am one of the biggest defenders of that character. Now, I do acknowledge that there are times where the character is not used as much to her full potential, but when she's used and when she's in the show, especially in the final season, and that's really what upped her for me. Any character that is that good in the final season, the last season we're ever going to remember The Walking Dead, I have to give credit where credit is due. And not only that, I loved her fight with Beta in season 10. I loved, some of her stuff early on. She was always a really capable fighter and a really awesome character, and she's one of my all-time favorite female characters in the series. I think she's really, really a well-done character, and I think that her journey has been really good thus far, especially in season 11. And I just really think the character has really evolved over time. Number 9 is going to be Abraham. So, Abraham still makes the cut. He still makes the list. He was only in there for a few seasons, which kind of shows you how amazing that character really was. Michael Cudlitz, I mean, he's done so much for the show since then. He's directed episodes, and he's had so much, but I love how he's even still important in season 11. Rosita still kind of mentions him from time to time, and his one-liners are probably some of the best of the show. Like, besides Negan, I think he's probably the funniest character we've had on The Walking Dead. He is absolutely amazing. Honestly, part of me wishes that he would have lasted longer, but I still love the character nevertheless. I think he's a really just fantastic character for the show, and it saddens me that he's not here anymore. It really, really does. Number 8 is Aaron. So, Aaron is a awesome character, especially in the final season. That's another character that in the final season, they've really started to develop him a lot more. Even in like season 10, season 9, he's been here since season 5, so he's been here for most of the series at this point. And he is the man that led us to Alexandria, which is the final location in the Walking Dead TV show. And that is one thing to acknowledge. Also, I love his, relationship, his, friend, relationship with, Father Gabriel. And I love, his stuff that they gave him, with the Whisperers and how he just kind of went rage mode on them and stuff. Aaron was awesome. He's got the spike ball hand, and he's one of my favorite characters that's still alive in the series right now. And even though I'm worried that he may not survive until the end, I really am, I still really appreciate the character. And, Ross Marquand, if any of you are new to the channel, Ross Marquand gave a shout-out to Dan's reviews. So I definitely really support the actor, I support the character, and he is really, really awesome. Number 7 is going to be an old classic character, Shane. Now, Shane, oh my god, out of all the old characters of The Walking Dead, he was the only one that made the cut like this. Shane is just still, to this day, one of my favorite characters to ever enter The Walking Dead. He is our first kind of antagonist for The Walking Dead series for the first 2 seasons, and, I just love the story. I love the story with him and Shane, or with Rick and Shane, sorry, and I love just what they did with him, Lori and Carl, and kind of, what he did to the group, and he's not just your typical antagonist. There's moments where you'll see Shane and he'll say something and you're like, huh, that guy, he's making a point. He actually makes a point. Like, wait, do I agree with Rick or do I agree with Shane? That's how good his character was. All of his points, all of his accusations and stuff, it all made sense to a degree, and I think that's what made the character so interesting. He's not your typical just antagonist that says something and you're like, yeah, sure, that's how we should handle it. Like, no, there's situations where I do agree with Shane, and John Bernthal was phenomenal, and he also came back for Rick's last episode too, so, definitely gotta respect John Bernthal. Definitely love the Shane character, and yeah, amazing character. Number 6 is Father Gabriel. Oh my god, this is probably my favorite evolution for a character in the entire Walking Dead universe. I'm not even joking. Like, from where he started to where he is now, from ratting our group out, being a scared priest that holds a machete and says he has to go lie down, to now, like, being a big-time fighter, like, no Jensen here, call me Gabriel, like, no joke, guys, he's been my favorite character in the final season. I'm not even joking. In the final season, at least, where that goes, he's the best, in my opinion, he's the best character of the final season. He is so just out there. He's so awesome. God isn't here anymore. No Jensen here. I don't believe that. I mean, he's got so many moments that are just so cool. I think Gabriel has been outstanding. Honestly, his evolution has been out of this world. Number 5 is going to go to Daryl. So, Daryl is in the list for me. I do acknowledge that he's overrated, hence the number 5 spot, not the number 1 spot. But I still have to say one thing. I have nothing but respect for Norman Reedus. I have nothing for respect for the Daryl character, because honestly, that is the one character, well, Carol as well, but Carol has not had all that much screen time lately. Daryl has been here front and center for 11 seasons. And I can't ignore the fact that his evolution, although a lot of people do not acknowledge his evolution enough, if you ask me, from the loudmouth redneck guy that didn't give a damn about anybody to taking care of Rick's kids and practically leading the group, that's quite impressive. I gotta say, that is really impressive. So definitely has to be in the list for me. Number 4 is going to be Michonne. I love Denai Guerrero's Michonne. She is my favorite female character in the entire Walking Dead franchise. The sword is so cool. You know, her as a mother to RJ, to Judith, and everything in between. I love her relationship with Rick. I love her rivalry with the governor in the early days. I love just everything about her. I mean, honestly, who wouldn't like Michonne? She is an amazing character, and honestly, we're getting into the spots in the list now where I can say she's S tier. She's an S tier character. Number 3 is, this one I know is going to start up a conversation. Number 3 is Morgan Jones. Yes, guys, yeah, damn right I put him in the friggin' list. What do you have to say about that? Because I know there's Morgan haters all over the place, which if you hate Morgan, that's fine, but I absolutely love his character. From the acting, to the journey of the character, to saving Rick. Without Morgan, we would not have The Walking Dead. We would not have it because Rick would be dead, guys. That's what you have to realize. Without Morgan, there would not be a Walking Dead. There would not be a Walking Dead franchise, you know? And that's important. And I love the story of when he goes beast mode, killing people, when he tries to give peace a chance in honor of Eastman. I mean, and that backstory is enough of a reason right there. That was a phenomenal episode. Here's Not Here. And I love the journey for that character. It pains me he's on Fear the Walking Dead because the journey for that character was so incredible. Number 2 is the man himself, Negan. Oh my God. You know I have to put Negan in this list somewhere, and yes, he's number 2. And nowhere near being number 2, if you know what I mean. He is amazing. Negan is a phenomenal character from the beginning to end. I will say I question some of his decision-making as a villain, but as a overall character, from the leading of the Saviors, how he got the Saviors, the story with Lucille, the backstory, the redemption arc, and how flawless that's been so far, if you ask me. Just incredible. An incredible character, honestly. I think this character is very underappreciated sometimes, to be honest. And then my number 1, you'll know my number 1. If you watch the videos, you know who my number 1 favorite character is of all time. Rick frickin' Grimes, guys. That is right. Rick is absolutely the best character. It's part of the reason why the final season has been very, disappointing to me so far. And, I mean, just like Morgan, we would not have a Walking Dead franchise, we would not have all these spin-offs and all these things and all this if it wasn't for Rick, If you didn't care about Rick, if you say that Rick is a bad character, then why are you here? Why are you interested in this franchise? Because the starting point of this show is about the guy trying to find his family. If you were hooked back then, you must have liked the Rick character. That's all there is to it. And honestly, to me, that's enough of a reason to make him number 1. Andrew Lincoln is outstanding. He's a phenomenal actor. The character has been incredible. And honestly, it pains me every time I hear some people say, which I can't even believe people say this, but they're like, World Beyond is so good. Rick, why would we want that idiot on World Beyond? I've heard that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, is this what it's come to? It makes my blood boil, honestly, guys. It really does. Because I'm like, there are people out there that actually think that Hope, Iris, and these type of characters are better than Rick. Like, that's what it's come to. And you know what? And this is what I'll tell you. It's because we've gone so long without him. People forget how amazing that character is. So, Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln, Scott Gimple, get your crap together because obviously people are forgetting how amazing that character is. So, anyway, Let me know in the comment section below, what is your top 10 list? What are your favorite characters on The Walking Dead? And that is it for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if the video here, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos for The Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walking Review, subscribe, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon for another video for The Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
My God, no!